Hi everyone, I am so glad you're here, whether you're here live or on the replay. Today we are going to play with some wood graining techniques, and I'm super excited to hang out with you. Hi Shelby, hi Chantel, Brenda, Sue, I'm so glad you are here. Oops. Sorry, my computer in front of me, my volume was up. So, Cindy's here. Let me know in the chat if you're here. Stephanie's here. Okay, I'm so excited. I like wood grain tumblers a lot. I used to do them like kind of frequently, and then I sort of took a break and I did one recently, and I sort of want to play around with the different techniques. Hi Marcy, Anna's here, Elise, Pam, Leslie, Melissa, Joyce, you guys, this is so fun. Let me know in the chat as well if you have done any wood grain techniques or what kind you have done. Hi Natalie, hi Lisa. I do have a tutorial on my channel already using the Bombay inks, which this technique is really very similar to what we're going to do here tonight. But just so you know, that's on the channel. There will be links to everything I use, of course. And if you're going to buy anything from CrystaLac or any of the stuff that I use, I, of course, always appreciate you using my links. They're always in the description just to help support the channel and allow me to keep this Thursday night show going. Cindy has done one. Yes, I have this one. Doris, hello. So this is the one I did recently. And if you are signed up for my email list, I know I sent this one last week. I think this one is a little too dark for my liking. I think that the idea was nice, but I think this particular color would look good with a lighter ink, or a lighter stain, or whatever you're going to use. So that's just my personal opinion. Tonight I thought that we could try it with the gel stains and maybe do one. I have 2 cups prepped. Do one with gel stains and one with Brite tone, since I already have a tutorial with the Bombay inks, and I don't particularly use alcohol inks for this, but you totally could. There's no reason that you can't do alcohol inks. I said that weird. Alcohol inks. Honestly, the process is pretty much the same for all of them. So, Marcy, you got it. You can do it. This one's actually really easy. Joyce, yes, I've been wanting to do that. I was gonna do a leather looking one for this cup, but I love the glitter that I had underneath here, but now I don't love the cup, so story of my life. Okay, so let's go over some materials. I'm gonna be using the clear gel stain. This is from the CrystaLac company. I did use the gel stain for this one too, but I actually want to just say that I built a desk recently and stained it with tinted gel stain, and I'm obsessed with it for that. So if you do any wood projects or woodworking or staining, highly, highly, highly recommend the gel stain. And I'm just going to use my Brite tone for our second one, and I'm going to use the pigments to tint them. I'm going to do mostly number 6 and maybe throw in a little number 3 to kind of warm it up a little bit. You probably also want number 7, which is the dark brown. So number 6 is just like a brown, and number 7 is a dark brown, but I am completely out of number 7. So we won't be doing that, but that's okay. I'm just going to read your comments real quick. Pam has done it with epoxy, and awesome. So You can totally use alcohol inks. I just know that the brown inks are a little stubborn, even with epoxy, like when you spray them. And I did one with alcohol inks, and I didn't seal it, and it totally changed color, so I don't recommend that. But you can always play around with it as well. So the other thing that we will use, I've just got little mixing cups and a chip brush. So this is just like a cheap, like rough chip brush that you can get at the store. I think I got this one at Michael's because I was already there, but like you could literally get them at Home Depot and stuff like that. It just gives a nice texture for the wood grain. Then the last thing I have, I'm going to use a wine glass for this, just because that's what I had available to me right now, easily accessible. And then I also have this little pencil cup that we can try the Brite tone on and see how they're different. And I base coated these with Universal White and the brown pigment. Universal White with number 6, and so this is just like a light brown. Yeah, so you could change up the base color for sure. I would definitely recommend it being a brown. Just know that if you wanted to do like a darker brown, you may have some trouble with the Universal White getting there because it is so white. So I would, if you wanted something darker, you can play around with it. You could use the number 7 brown, but you may want like a spray paint, or I don't know if you guys are on my live, like one of the first lives I did where I did that coffee swirl. You could do a few coats of Brite tone with 6 or 7 to make it a little darker. Those are kind of your options. Hi Mel. Yes, Joyce, you can totally spray with clear spray paint or the Kamar varnish, which is what I normally seal my inks with. I just know that the brown can be a little, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but a little unpredictable. Okay, so let's get to mixing. We'll do the gel stain first. Again, you don't have to use the gel stain. After the gel stain, wood grain, which will take, it's very quick, but we have to wait a little bit. So anyway, it doesn't matter. We're going to do the gel stain first, and then we're going to try it with just Brite tone. So we can see, I have a feeling they're going to be pretty similar. You want to mix it up really well. The gel stain kind of has a consistency that reminds me of like egg whites. It's kind of weird. But that's just the way it is. So I'm just going to stir it up. Hi, Debbie. I'm so glad you're here. How's everybody's week going so far? I had a pretty uneventful week. I started a new medication for my anxiety, so I'm just adjusting to that. But other than that, the week went pretty good. Your YouTube went weird. Well, we're just starting here, so you'll catch all of this at least. Okay. I am going to attempt to pour this without spilling too much of it. And I don't need very much. Like that's too much. That's plenty. Okay, so, oh, Debbie, I am sure they are. Like, post-spring break is always so hard. I mean, especially this year. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to do a couple drops of number 6. So this is the big bottle. Natalie, congrats. Hopefully you feel okay. After my first dose, I just had a really sore arm. The second dose was a little more rough. So they normally come, and if you buy the pigments, you're probably going to get the small bottles. I just tend to use a lot of brown, so I just went ahead this time and grabbed a big one. It's no different except for the size. Well, and price. So, I'm just going to put in a couple drops of number 6. And just so you guys know, I think it's available like in the Facebook group, and I don't know about on the CrystaLac website, but there are recipes, so you could buy some pre-mixed gel stains. I have some. I like the Java one. It's really pretty on like wood stuff. And that's what this one is. This one is the Java. It's really dark, but really pretty. I have the warm walnut somewhere. And I actually have like the blue one. I haven't used it yet. Okay. Mel, I don't know. And this is like not like a medicine cup. It's just like a little, I ran out of medicine cups. I ran out of everything today. I don't have any medicine cups, so I'm just eyeballing it. I would say like probably 2 tablespoons, and it's more than enough. Marcy, the bottle of clear gel stain, forever. Or no, you're probably talking about these. Also forever. I started using CrystaLac products. I think I made my first order in October of 2019. So it's been like a year, over a year. Yeah, about a year and a half. And I just ran out of this. And I only ran out of number 7 and number 6. Like, all of the other colors I still have. So, and I use them quite a bit, so they definitely last, like, a really long time. Okay, Cecilia's done both doses. I'm so happy that the teachers are getting their doses for sure. The whole football team. Ugh. Oh, yeah, because it's, like, football season now, right? Like, I'm going to add a little yellow to this. This brown is actually a pretty brown. I'm just going to add a couple drops of yellow to sort of warm it up a little bit. I feel like I'm like pretty vigorously stirring this. I probably could have done a better job in the big container stirring, because it does have that like egg white consistency. It's kind of weird. So this does seem like it needs to stir a lot. On my other ones, I used the pre-mixed. So Natalie's an event planner. Oh my, do you do like weddings and stuff? Weddings and proms? Or like, do you work for a company, or do you work like on your own and do like weddings and stuff, or like a park district? I'm curious. You don't have to tell me your whole life story unless you want to. Yes, Marcy, they'll last you forever. Okay. That is that. We have a few weddings coming up this summer, but all postponed from last year. Speaking of weddings, so I'm looking forward to those. And most people I know are teachers, so most people I know have had their vaccine, which is nice. Okay. I am going to put it on my tumbler with this. I'm actually going to start with this Taklon brush. It's been sitting in water, so I'm just drying it a little bit. And hello, Debbie. Yeah, Mel, I agree. However, if you were like so the CrystaLac company was like meant for like furniture and stuff. So like if you were gonna tint, like I tinted a whole pint for the desk I barely used any, but I had to use a lot of my pigments, which is actually probably why I ran out now that I think about it. But they last forever. So let me see if I can get this in the right spot. Oh yeah, so that stinks. Well, hopefully, Natalie, things will start getting back into the groove here in the next couple months. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is just gonna paint this on with a tack-on brush, and then I'm gonna let it spin for like 5 minutes. Okay, so one thing about this is that it is pretty light to start with. And kind of like your other CrystaLac products, it does best with building. So I am going to put it on a little like heavier than normal. Like if I was going to do like a normal coat of Brite tone, I'm going to do a little heavier. It looks kind of yellow on the screen, but it's not that yellow in person. I'm going to get the bottom. One of my goals for this year is to obviously continue these live streams, but I want to get a new camera. So I'm trying to save up for a new camera that I can live stream on. So, you know, it's only like $1,000. So I'm trying to save for that. Okay, so I am going to let this spin for 5 minutes and we can chat. So what I have done is all I'm doing is I've got the clear gel stain mixed with a brown number 6 and just like a tiny bit of number 3 on this cup. And I'm going to do just a little bit more. I am going to let this spin for 5 minutes. Who's going to keep an eye on the time? It's 7:17. It totally doesn't have to be exact. And I'm going to let this spin, and while we do that, we can chat a little bit. First, I need to clean up so I don't get brown pigment all over myself. Is it Charity? I am going to do one after I finish this, because it's only going to take a couple minutes. I'm going to do one with Brite tone as well. So we can compare and contrast what we think. I think it'll be pretty similar. I think that the gel stains give a little more... I don't actually know how they're different. Like in terms of dry time, I think... I don't know. I think this just moves a little bit better in the way with the wood grain stuff. You know what I mean? So we're going to see what we think after this. So I just want to pause and show you some glitter mail that I got. I kind of got it a while ago, but I haven't like posted about it or talked about it or used it because I've just been so busy. But this company, I'm not affiliated with them or anything. 3 glitter chicks sent me some sample glitters, and they're actually really pretty. This purple is like really vibrant. This is called Margarita, which I think could be really cute. This one is called Salsa. Got like, it's like a red, orange, gold mix. And then I love this denim color. I'm curious. Natalie, yes, it does self-level. I did put it on a little thick, so it'll look a little streaky. I don't know what I'm gonna use this for. Like, I'm not 100% sure, but I know I want to use it. And then this white is called Brilliance. Can you guys see like all the different little colors in there? There's like some silver, some holographic. I don't know, you may want to check them out. Mel, it does say 1 to 2 hours on the container. I still would wait 4 hours. And I say that because things dry faster on wood, and I don't know the science behind it, but I think it just soaks up some of it, so we can get away with it less waiting time. So I still recommend that 4 hours there. But anyway, I just wanted to share this glitter company. Yeah, denim, we could do Galaxy. I don't know, it's like not, I don't know, it's kind of like a charcoal color. It was pretty. Yeah, it looks, it's a little more, okay, if I'm looking, I mean, on my computer screen, I feel like it's more, it is definitely got like a copper feel to it. Definitely. A little more red in person, but yes. Brenda, also love glitter. I have a serious problem that I need to stop buying it. I just bought a whole new shelf to put on the wall behind me. Don't look too close behind me. My house, it's a mess down here. But on the wall behind me, I'm going to put like a big spice rack to help. Natalie, I have no idea. Like, I just bought some and now I have another cart full. Like, I have a serious problem with glitter. I was doing good for a while, but now that I'm just like making more cups, that I'm like, well, I need that shade of pink, even though I have 45 other shades of pink. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It's a problem. Okay, so it's been about 5 minutes, and I think I'm going to give it a, well, we'll just see. I'm going to turn it off, the spinner. Okay, so I'm just going to take this chip brush, and then, wait, I had another brush somewhere. Oh, here. I've got these smaller brushes too that I might use. This is just like a stencil brush that I got at Michael's. So I'm just going to lightly start brushing this down. I like this color. I still feel like it could use a little more time. Like, because it self-levels, it will self-level. Okay, that sounds silly, but that's why we're letting it dry, so it won't be able to level itself out again. So that's how we keep this shape. But I'm just going around here. The bottom, it's kind of pooling up at the bottom, so I'm gonna go this way. I like it. It looks even better in person. It's giving me a little bit of baseball vibes. It is also kind of pooling up here at the top of my glass, so I'm gonna just kind of take it and bring it down a little bit here. Oh, there's a speck of glitter. Oh well. And you could take, let's see if I can get it. like a little brush and like kind of do some like detailing, like make any little patterns, you know, like you could totally do that with a smaller brush. Like, it's really nice. So, I'm really liking the color. And I'm just going to go around again because I probably, okay, so I waited, what, 5 minutes? I probably could have waited like 7, 8 minutes, maybe even up to 10 before doing this. It's a fuzz. I decided, also, you guys, I decided as of now, I am no longer doing non-glitter cups. I'm not doing any white cups anymore. I can't stand it. Okay. This is just about good for me. It looks so good. Really liking how this looks. So, it looks like I can see more of the wood detail on in person. But what I will do is I will let this dry and then I'm going to do this again. So I'm going to do 2 coats for sure. I might even do 3 just to give it a little more depth and dimension. I feel like on my computer it looks like I just painted it, but you can definitely see the wood grain here. Let me get it a little closer. On the cup. So, could you put pigment on your paintbrush? So pigment really can't be used on its own. It really needs to be mixed with something. So, maybe it would work if you, hold on. If you like put a coat, like a thin coat of Brite tone down first and then did that, like maybe you could get away with it, but pigments really aren't supposed to be used by themselves because they're gonna look to bond with whatever you're putting on top of it, and it doesn't work that well. Okay, so that was the gel stains. What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. Do you guys think it was good? You like the gel stains? I like how the gel stain looked. Let's see what happens when we use Brite tone. I'm going to do the same color so we could get a good view, like a good sense of comparison. That's the word. Once I get this done, I'll put them side by side. So if you're just joining or hopped on, I just finished doing the wood grain with the gel stain that I really like. It looks even better in person. I'll post a picture on Instagram after this. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, I would love to, if you're on Instagram, I would love to connect with you there. I like to post after and post what we work on. So I've just got a little bit of Brite tone, like barely any, in here. And I'm going to put some number 6. This is the CrystaLac concentrated pigment. Yes, they're messy. You know what? That's what I do like about this bigger bottle, is that it's a twist off. So like you can see it getting all messy over here, but this whole mat has seen better days. And I'm just going to do like one little drop of the yellow because I barely have any Brite tone in there. And the good thing about using the gel stains or using Brite Tone like I'm going to do right now is that I need a little more. You don't have to worry about it being compatible. So like alcohol inks, like you can use them, but you need to seal them, and then you have to wait 48 hours. So you're looking at sealing, you're looking at letting your inks dry for 24 hours and then sealing and waiting 48 hours before you can move on. But like this Woodgrain can get a second coat in 4 hours, and then like it's done, right? I'd probably do a couple coats of Brite Tone before I add a decal, but you're talking about like the same day, right? And then the Bombay inks, like most of you were on that live where I did the Bombay inks, so you guys kind of know that I don't love them. Like they're fine, but I don't love them. And the Woodgrain I did with them turned out great. But if you use too much Bombay inks, it can crack, and it's just one more thing to worry about. Usually they're fine, so if you want to try them out, you can totally use Bombay inks. It would work pretty much the same as this, except for you wouldn't wait, like you would just brush it on like you were going to do alcohol inks. And you don't need to seal the Bombay inks either, but I do let those dry overnight, so we're still talking like this would be the fastest way to do it. Natalie, I bought some of those dropper bottles because I saw that too, but I haven't transferred anything yet. So, Mel, yes, minimum of 6 coats, but that's like total. So, okay, let me, hold on, pause. I'm going to do the exact same process. This is Brite Tone mixed with pigments, and I'm going to just paint it on here. This, as a reminder, is just already base coated. Actually, this is the rosy beige Flippin' Awesome paint. The other cup I did, which is basically the same color, was just brown and what universal white, but this is the rosy beige Flippin' Awesome paint. Minimum of 6 coats, yes. So total would be 6 coats, and I like to put a few coats down like before I do any decals. So like on top of this, so what I'm going to do is 2 coats of Woodgrain. Like tomorrow I'll go in and do a second coat over this, and then I'd probably do like 2 or 3 coats before I put any decals on. And then, even though I don't know that you need to, I just always do, and then after the decal, put on a few more. So I actually have an idea of a temporary tattoo that I'm going to put on this. I think will look cool. So that would only need like 3 or 4 coats on top. Joyce, yes, you wouldn't need to wait the 48 hours. You would need to wait, you should wait 24 hours because that's how long it takes to dry. However, I use CrystaLac products, so we gotta wait 48 hours to make sure we don't have any issues. Okay, so this one I'm also going to wait about 5 minutes. Do you guys have any questions while we wait? I left my water upstairs and I'm very thirsty. Yawning. I'm sorry, I'm so totally not bored. Let me know in the chat what... Oh, you know what? Okay, this is what I needed to remind you all of. Next week, Thursday, there's not going to be a live stream because it's my daughter's birthday. And she's turning 2, and we're going to be celebrating, so I can't have a live stream. I'll probably post a video, so like I always post videos on Tuesdays and then go live on Thursdays. So... next week, I'll just post a video on Tuesday and a video on Thursday. And then we'll be back live the following week. And yeah, so let me know in the chat what you guys want to see in 2 weeks. When we go live in 2 weeks, let me know what you guys want to see. You guys are so sweet. I'm okay. I can hold off for a few more minutes. It's no big deal. 3 coats of CrystaLac, then sand. Yes, I will say that I usually wait a few more coats than that before my first sand. I usually wait like 4 or 5, possibly 6 if I'm doing a chunky glitter, but yes. That's okay. It's okay, guys. I'm fine. I just gotta talk a lot, and you guys are so sweet. Okay, so it looks pretty similar, although there are some imperfections in my paint. That is like, I would definitely be careful. As I'm looking over at this gel stain one, like it already looks like it's dry. Like it's already dry, I can tell. So that's pretty cool. I would say that probably dries significantly faster than the Brite tone. So that might be one benefit. And then, oh, yes, Jamie, both my I have 2 daughters. I'm not looking forward to them being that, because I have a 3.5-year-old too, and she is like so sassy every day. What part of the peekaboo? Whitney, Pam, what part? Like, do you want to see, like, the peeling part? Do you want to see, should I do multiple stages? Because unfortunately I can't do everything all at once. But we could do a peekaboo. We could do, I have not worked on the tie-dye from last week at all. It looks the exact same as it did last week. So hopefully in the next couple days I can work on that. I had another idea. Oh, I was also thinking we could do some sort of template of some kind and work with the glitter glue and see how tinting the glitter glue works out. Thought that would be kind of cool. Ooh, fabric would be good. Fabric would be good. I think I might buy some fabric. I used all my fabric to make masks. Oh, Alexa, I'm so glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Oh, my robot, you know what, got confused. 3-year-old, you're okay. Yes. Why are the 3-year-olds like that? It's like a problem. How many coats do you usually do before your decal? So, Charity, it would depend on the kind of cup. So if you just need it to be smooth. So if you're doing a, ooh, I think I waited too long. Ooh, I waited too long. How long has it been? I gotta add a little more. I waited too long. Okay, so maybe this does dry. Actually, with this Taklon, it's looking all right. You could probably just use a Taklon brush. Maybe not. Maybe it's just, it looks a little different than the gel stain. I think that, like the lines are a little harsher with the Brite tone. That's for sure. The gel stain is a little softer. So I'll grab it. So either way, I would do a second coat of this for sure. I think I waited a little too long. I lost track of time, so I don't even know how long I waited. But also, I think that the lines made with this chip brush are a little harsher, which isn't bad, except for it's just a little more contrast. So I really like it. I still think that it needs another coat. Here's this, you guys, it's literally been like, what, 10 minutes? And this is dry to the touch already. Like, this is already dry. Like, that's pretty cool. So, we'll see. I think they're going to end up looking pretty similar when it's all said and done. But we'll have to see. This is definitely less glossy than Brite tone is. So, that's kind of cool, too. Another thought that if you wanted to do like a matte finish, the gel stain is definitely less shiny than the Brite tone. So I think that it'll be interesting to see how this builds up over a few more coats. I think that I like them both. They just have different looks. And the Brite tone is going to take a little bit longer to actually fully dry, so we'll have to see what it looks like. But yeah, the process is the same. So I like it. I like it. And I gotta wait till this is fully dry to make a full decision, because I really like how that gel stain one is looking at now that it's all the way dry. But it could just be that matte, like it's more matte, which I think looks good with the wood grain. But either way, wait 4 hours, and this one totally needs another coat. But I like it. Both of them will do a second coat. And then I will post what the final product looks like. I don't have the decals with me. I bought some temporary tattoos on Amazon that I'm going to try to put on this and see how it looks. I can't remember what I was talking about. I was answering somebody's question. Let's go back. Oh, okay. Sorry, Charity. I'm so sorry. I have ADHD, and sometimes I get distracted. If you have a glitter cup, before you do a peekaboo, you just need it to be fully smooth. So however long that takes, that's how long it takes. If you're painting the base and then doing a peekaboo, I usually do 3 coats of Brite tone before I do any decals, whether that's a water slide or a tattoo or vinyl for a peekaboo. I always do 3 coats before I do that. I did use the chip brush, but I feel like, if I would have waited an additional few minutes with the gel stain, it would have looked more like the Brite tone. So I think the timing makes a difference, but I can film when I do the second coat tomorrow and see if playing with that timing makes a difference. But the good news is that most of you, if you're on here, you have Brite tone already, and I'm sure the exact same thing would happen if you use the extreme protection as well. So you can do it this way without having to buy the gel stain. However, I do like the gel stain. In person, you guys, I know you guys are saying you like this Brite tone cup better, but in person, I really am liking the gel stain. I really am. I'll have to post it tomorrow when they're all dry. Okay, so do you guys have any other questions? Next week, Thursday, there will be no live stream, but I'll post a video. Next week, maybe I'll post this guy, if I can get it edited in time. And I'm gonna post I have a leopard swirl that I'm gonna post as well. So those will be coming next week, and then the following week, we'll have to see. I'll put a poll up on my page, and I'll put a poll up on Instagram. If I post that peekaboo tumbler, I probably won't do that live, but I can make sure I post a few more tips about peekaboos, and then maybe like a geometric template, some sort of something like that. In 2 weeks, though. 2 weeks. Yeah, so you guys have any other questions, or I'll let y'all go. I'm so glad that you were here with me tonight. I think these are looking really good. This one is starting to get pretty dry as well. That's the one thing I love about CrystaLac, is it just dries so fast. I won't do anything with them tonight, but I will revisit them tomorrow. And I will post as I go. And as always, connect with me on Instagram. I mean, I'm everywhere. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. I mean, I'm everywhere. So connect with me. I love seeing all of your beautiful creations. If you guys do any wood grains and you post them, tag me so I can see your creations. Tips for sanding. Stephanie, that's a really good one. I can do that. Hydro dip, what do you seal with? It depends. What do you plan to hydro dip with? Brenda, you being here makes my Thursday as well. And as far as sanding, Stephanie, I have been kind of testing too, because I feel like I'm not the best at sanding, but I have a few pencil cups that I'm working on, and I did my first sand after like 4 coats with 600 grit sandpaper, and then I did 3 more coats, and then I went in with the 400 grit, and I really liked how that worked. So I might be onto something there, but I only did it once. This is stainless steel. This is a pencil cup from Maker Flow. I really like them. They're super cute. If you have any, or if you can hold, it's a pencil cup, that's what it's called, but you could hold like makeup brushes, pens, pencils, whatever. I have them all over the place. I love them. And then the marabou, that you don't have to seal them, but they do need to dry for like 5 days. I've never done them personally. That is still something I have on my list to do. I just bought some a couple weeks ago. But you don't have to seal it. Just wait like 5 days, and then you can go on with your Brite tone. As far as I understand, you do not have to seal the Easy Marble paints. You just need to let them dry really well, like 5 days. And then you should be able to move on with Brite tone. The first cup I did, though, is a wine glass from the Dollar Tree, if you guys were here in the beginning. So I've got a stainless steel and a wine glass. The only problem I have with these ones is that I always get paint on the lip of them. So I'm just such a messy crafter. Okay, so thank you guys so much for being here. Tack it. Since you use your finger, do you spray? I have a small spot. Were the epoxy separated? If you're epoxy separated, you might need to start over. But did you, what did you use for your tack it? Did you use tack it over and over? Bobby, I would probably just wait the 24 hours. That's just check your can of spray paint, but most of them take 24 hours to dry. So I would wait that 24 hours. Mags, I love that you're here. Oh, one more final announcement. I can't really take it off to show you, but I have on my website an adapter for the for any water bottles for the turner. So this is full of glitter that is not sealed or anything, so I can't touch it. But this just screws on and off. I posted a video on my TikTok, and I'm going to post it on Instagram a little bit later, but those are on my website, and I only have a limited quantity, so I just wanted to put it out there because they're selling pretty fast. No pressure, of course. Like, if you don't do water bottles, you don't buy one, but just in case you were interested. And then Lisa, did you put epoxy on top of it, or does it just the tack it over and over? Bobby, yes, you can add. I've never added them to the clear gel stain, but I don't see why not. I've never done that. What do you guys think of this teal? I'm obsessed. This one's for me. Finally making myself something. Okay, so if you have other questions or you need anything, feel free to message me on Instagram. I'm so glad you're here, and I will see you in 2 weeks for the next live stream.